It's Thursday in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and we've been talking about strongholds. In this case, bad strongholds, strongholds that we shouldn't have. Ones like anger, critical spirit, gossip, fear, addictions, pride, impatience, pleasure seeking, lack of forgiveness, bitterness, ethics, honesty, morality, jealousy. These are all strongholds that many of us have in our lives. As a matter of fact, I can't think of anybody I know that doesn't have a stronghold someplace in their life. And we certainly have lots of biblical examples. We know that Adam and Eve had a stronghold, that they didn't believe God and wanted the pleasure of eating the fruit of the tree. We know that Lot's wife had pleasure desires, a stronghold of wanting to stay in Sodom and Gomorrah. We know that Abraham lied about his wife being his sister because he had a stronghold of fear, lack of trust of God, if you will. Moses had a self-esteem problem, a stronghold where he said, who am I, that I can do this? Saul looked on David with jealousy. There was a stronghold in his life. Judas Iscariot liked money and had a stronghold of that in his life. Martha was always racing around, and she had a stronghold of wanting to be a results-oriented person and wanted to always be on the go. Peter certainly had lots of strongholds early in his time with Jesus, and one of those, of course, was pride. And so we can take a look at strongholds and recognize that all of us have those kind of strongholds. When we have success, the stronghold might become pride and arrogance. If we have failure, our stronghold might be bitterness, low self-esteem, fear. If we have hurt or offenses, it might be lack of forgiveness and bitterness. But all of us have some strongholds in our lives. All of us have some things that aren't things that are spiritual and that are not desirable to have in our life. And we've locked the door on it and not let God in there to correct it, because we've already looked at a number of scriptures that would help us to correct those strongholds, tear down the strongholds, tear down the walls of those strongholds. And when we grow spiritually, what we find is that it is God that gives us the ability to tear down those strongholds, because number one, we learn quickly that God has an unconditional, everlasting love for us. Number two, we find out that he is absolutely sovereign. That is, he is on his throne. And while he may allow some things to happen, it's not that he's not aware that they're happening. And he is sovereign. And thirdly, we know that he is a just God, that not only does he understand our motives, and not only does he understand our emotions, but he is just with whether it's rewards or punishment. He'll always be appropriate for whatever the situation might be. So if you've identified a stronghold in your life, if you're having struggle with certain areas of your life, but you've not allowed God in, remember he loves you unconditionally. Remember that he is sovereign. He's on his throne no matter what's going on. And he's just. He'll take care of it. So we need to tear down those strongholds and allow him to work in our life. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.